Well, hello again, YouTube. It's Connor back from this old farm, and it's Friday evening. Instead of starting it on a Saturday morning like we usually do, we'll start Friday evening because we got something to show you. So we got popped the truck, and in the back there, this up by you guys. This is a 50-inch International mower deck for that little guy. There he is. He's a little bit damaged, I guess. There's a little bit of a front dent to it on the it's kind of bent down a little bit, but that's no big deal. I work on freaking mower decks for a living, so I think I can fix this thing up. But yeah, it's gonna go. Oh, this is a 782. I forget whether this thing's a 6 or a 782. It's a 782. Okay, perfect. Whoop. Yeah, so there's all our information there. Little IH logo. I think I have 2 mule drives for this thing. I think that's what they are anyways. They're at Dad's place still, the other farm. So I'll have to pick up those when I pick up the snowblower and the running gear and the parts M. But yeah, now we got a mower deck for that. I've been kind of wanting one of these, and I've been keeping an eye out, and I seen a snowblower advertisement. I'll look at it, whatever. Well, then sure enough, there was a mower deck on there. He wanted $100 for it. So I said, well, actually he wanted 150, but then he took a better look at it and seen that the front of it was bent down a little bit, so he goes, oh, I'll give it to you for 100. So okay, it's got 3 really nice shaped blades on it. They're pretty fairly unused yet for, I mean, age of the machine. Little rust hole in there, but not a big deal. They're a little stiff, but they all do turn. We'll have to eventually, when it comes time for it, we'll have to eventually go through and pull the cover off and give it a blow job, and, well, blow it out. We won't give it a blow job. We'll blow it out, see what needs repaired, greased, whatnot, and just kind of fix her up. Like I say, I do this for a living, so it's nothing new to me. I know pretty well the down and gist of it. But yeah, that'll be a pretty nice pair. Maybe I'll try and throw it under there for a quick photo op. Well, there you go. That's probably not exactly perfectly where it's positioned, but yeah, that should be pretty nice. Little mower deck. So yeah, get back and get you have a wide angle shot. Maybe I'll get a thumbnail out of this. But yeah, that should work out pretty slick, I think. Alright, so it's 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and originally we got woken up at 1:45 roughly. A little bit of an emergency. Rick had some YouTube troubles he was getting hacked into and stuff, so we got him saved or whatever, and we sat and talked for a little while, and then we got to talking about what's gonna happen with the cabin, getting the sheetrock and stuff, and he was like, hey, why don't we do it now? Because he's got stuff he's got to do in the morning or whatever. So he was like, why don't we do it now? And I said, I'm up for that. I said, I'm gonna go to sleep later, or whatever once we're done with it. But yeah, I'm up for it now. So 2 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna start running out to the cabin and getting the sheetrock. So mainly we're doing it because because the ground is frozen. That's why we have to do it early. The original plan was to get up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock and get ripping out there. But he's up, he's got a buzz on, so we're gonna do it now, I guess. Might be a dumb idea, but it's gonna be bright enough for the two of us. So here's an update of how things went. Whoa! Yeah, we'll bring it back. I know you guys won't be able to see much, but we're going backwards in an Argo. Oh no! That was our string. Yeah, he's pulling us backwards. I wanted to just give you guys a little blip of that. We'll bring you back. Alright, well, after that excitement of yesterday, the see it out there? Way out there? There's the Argo and the snowmobile. We ran out of gas in the snowmobile and we just abandoned ship. But anyways, we're gonna shift gears, you know. So being that we can't collect sheetrock this weekend, there'll be no apartment progress. So sorry if you were looking forward to that. But anyways, I have to make a statement retraction a little bit. So last weekend there, I made the comment that actually it was 2 weekends ago, I think. I made the comment that I didn't want to order a button from a starter button for the 756 from Steiner or a light switch because they're not OEM manufacturing. I have to retract that statement. We have a Steiner box here, and here's the starter button from them. And if you look, hold on, I gotta bring the screen. Come on, screen, wake up. Can we get you in there close enough? What, focus enough? I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. It says Indac. So, and same thing for the light switch. You won't be able to see that one, but because it's covered by another bag. But it says Indac as well. Indac is, I've been over this once, is who originally made starter buttons, light switch, all that good grand stuff for International. They are the original equipment manufacturer, so OEM. So Steiner does sell the original stuff, same thing that Case IH does. So we kind of lucked out there, I guess. I wanted an Indac button because I know that's OEM. I know that's good quality. I put one in the 806 at Dad's farm, and I know they work good. So we got our Steiner box there with our goodies. The push button, of course. The light switch we showed you. We've got a new front emblem to put on it because the other one's cracked. And we also ordered a governor spring for the old Super C. The Mr. Speedy Gonzalez there, we'll call him. So we've got some stuff to get done this weekend. I'm gonna actually grab that box and walk that direction. Well, I guess after I figure out a screwdriver that I need for the emblem. Yeah, so we're gonna work on that, I guess. Rick's over at the neighbors, helping the neighbors. So I just got done feeding the pigs, the chickens, and watering the cattle. So we'll work on the 756, I guess. All right, first order of business here is replacing the old International emblem. So we'll pull the screws out. We're not going to get rid of the old girl here. We'll keep her around. It's lasted this long on a tractor. It can continue to last around here. Whoop. But we will put a nice fresh one on. This will be I guess a barn keep or whatever. So there's the old one. Put her in the box. Break out the new one. We're not going to put the fancy chrome screws in it, being that we don't need them. we'll put the originals back in. There's the hole. There, that looks nice. We'll climb under the back under the loader here, and we'll give you guys a far shot, kind of. Yeah, that looks nice. Well, I figured we could probably do a test fire on it, see if the button works, so here goes nothing. Uh-oh. I guess that's all it wants from us. Well, that's all we needed out of it anyways, was just to see if the button works. So, yeah, that's nice. We got that working. No more screwdriver. No more screwdriver in the button down there. So, I don't know what we'll come up with next, but we'll come up with something for you guys next. Alright, we're going to try starting up the Cub. And see if we can get it turned around so that if we have to do any radiator, well, being that we have to do radiator work, get the front of it pointed outward into kind of open area. So yeah, here we go. by the looks of it, I think I'll pull the grill screen off and we can get a better look at it, but by the looks of it, I don't think that's going to be a repairable situation there. We'll take a quick look though. Alright, never mind on the pulling the grill apart. We got an emergency. Rick's got a tie rod that come apart on a tractor, I guess. So we got some tools. I got to back the truck down by the shop, put some stuff in it, and then we're headed out. We'll bring you guys back when we get to the scene. Alright, I'm still wrecking shit. Yeah, Rick decided he was going to try and crash the tractor. Yeah. Unless this, see that nice rusty nut? Because we had to dig one out of the bucket. Bet if I went and walked the road, you could find the nut.
I walked by.
Oh, did you?
Find it.
Alright, we'll take off now. Alright, so Argo's back. We just got done dragging that back up here. And I guess now, if I can get there, it's starting to dry up around here, but it's still kind of muddy. I guess we'll start tearing into that little guy. See if we can find figure out where the antifreeze is exactly coming from, and determine whether we do need a new radiator or if we can get by with soldering it on the tractor. So first order of business is I'm going to pull the grill cover here, and we'll see if we can just from there determine where it's coming from. I think I already know where it's coming from, but with the grill off of there, we'll be able to tell a little bit better. So I'm gonna go grab a flathead screwdriver on my truck, and we'll get started. So with the grill cover off, it's kind of a disaster down here. There's holes punctured pushing through the fins all over the place. There's antifreeze coming from multiple spots by the looks of it. It's in tough shape, to say the least. So I think, just to be simplest, you can get these record, I guess. I'm not going to bother with that. I don't think it's worth it. I just don't see that being a very good option. So we're going to drain the system down. We're going to pull the gas tank hood combination and pull the radiator out, and we'll get one ordered up from Steiner Tractor Parts. Alright, it's going to be time to pull the hood now. We got there's 4 bolts on the back for the rear support. There's 2 screws on either side that clip into these little triangle mounts. Of course, pull off your upper blockages, such as the muffler and the air cleaner's pre-cleaner and whatnot. Remove the fuel line from the fuel tank, because you're pulling the fuel tank with you. And pull if you still have the catch clips for the cable that runs back to the battery up to the starter, you have to pull the cable out of the clips. So we should be good to pick up and remove, just like that. Set her off to the side somewhere. I'm going to set it on the mower back here and attempt to not break the sediment bulb. Yep, we're good there. And there you go. Now you've got a Cub. If I remove you guys from the mount, now you've got a Cub down to bareness. Well, that looks a little different, doesn't it? So we got the radiator off. It's over here laying up against the up on the Power King. No, Economy. Where did I get Power King from? Anyways, it's on the Economy. And move that out of the way. That's the radiator, the fan shroud. So we got lucky, super lucky, and normally the what is it, 20 volts or whatever that mount the radiator to the front bolster there. Normally you get a bunch of them, if not all of them, to break off inside the bolster. Well, every single bolt came out, no issues. That was a very, very nice surprise to have. So now the only problem we have is there's I gotta grab my screwdriver over here because I don't want to touch it. Ew. So we're gonna eventually get this thing, it's really piled up over there. Eventually we're gonna get this thing near the garden hose and rinse her out because it needs that badly. So yeah. So yeah, we'll get that cleaned out. Like I said before, while we've got it completely apart like this, we're going to go through and 12 volt convert this thing. I don't have a problem with 6 volt systems. I'm okay with them as long as they work. This one, it's not very good. So we're going to delete this. We are going to get ourselves a 12 volt battery, an alternator. We're going to do the conversion kit from Charlie's Repair, more than likely. We're going to keep the torpedo, the International Harvester torpedo coil, because that's original and I like that. I think that's cool, so I want it. So we're going to keep that. We'll get a ballast resistor to put on here if Charlie's kit doesn't come with one. It's going to get itself a set. Oops, I'm knocking things on the ground. It's going to get itself a new set of Autolite spark plugs, 3116s. I already looked. I'll have Rick order those up for me probably this week or whatever. Obviously there's no rush on that. I'm already making my shopping list from Steiner. We'll probably have Rick order up some new spark plug wires just because. Eventually we'll drop the oil in this thing and change that out. I don't think Rick has a filter for me yet, so because he ordered that, being that they're on sale or whatever. So I think we're waiting on a filter. I would like to get a new oil pressure gauge whenever when we're at the LeSueur swap meet, that Evergreen Restorations, he's out there, so I would like to get a new oil gauge for that, so that we have an actual nice one that's not all cracked and messed up. And I don't know if we need a new amp gauge or not. I know it works, but I don't know if that's the correct one for it or not. So we'll see about getting all that stuff. For sure an oil temperature gauge, maybe an amp gauge. We'll see. And then we'll kind of do a rewiring on it, because of course a lot of what's on here is original. It's still in the old woven wire loom. So we'll do some rewiring on it, get it kind of cleaned up, fixed up, ready to go. So I don't know if I have to put points in it. We'll see, because I don't think it matters whether you're putting 12 volt or 6 volt. Well, I think you're putting 6 volt through it anyways. But yeah, we'll see about points on it, because it's kind of no fun to do there, as you can tell. So we'll see what we come up with there. But yeah, that's kind of the plan going forward. I'm going to start working on tearing apart 12 or 6 volt system stuff here, and I guess we'll go from there. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys when we get some more progress, I guess. Well guys, that's gonna be the end of another weekend, I guess. We got quite a bit done this weekend. We got the 756 put back together, new button in that, and of course the stuff with the Argo. And then Mr. Cub Cadet, or Cub Lo Boy. It's not the Cub Cadet, Cub Lo Boy. I did remove the generator and stuff off camera. I got all the parts ordered. Parts are ordered for it. They should be here hopefully sometime this week. So I guess hopefully next weekend when it's raining and stuff out, we can get that put back together. And then I guess we're talking about yanking everything out of here, including the combine, and working on cleaning up that backspace so we can start getting... Where are we looking? I don't know if you guys... Can you see? I don't think we get... So we can get some of that stuff in here. So, projects-wise, as far as what's next, so once we get the Cub Lo Boy finished up, I think what we're going to start on probably next is screwing around with this thing. We will see what kind of comes about with the apartment stuff, because we're gonna probably start working on I don't know if next weekend we'll get sheetrock or not because of the rain. I only have a 6.5 foot bed on my truck, and 8-foot sheets will not be too covered well with the rain and stuff coming. So we'll see how that stuff goes, but this will probably be our next project coming up. Because I'd like to have that for mowing around the farm and stuff here. So, yeah, we can look forward to that, I guess. Cub Lo Boy is probably gonna, once we get it put back together and running again, I will probably work on pulling the, is it the left? I think it's the left-hand side spindle off and get that brought up to Squatch 253 and see if he can do some magic with it and make it proper again, because if we're gonna put a mower deck on it this summer, those wheels have to be dished inward instead of outward like they are. So, and in order to do that, we gotta get that spindle fixed. So anyways, that's it for this week, or this weekend I should say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you got to see it this week. Otherwise it was the farm update, but yeah, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you guys all next time.